Hi ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's your girl Owamie, aka Miss Fair Focal, returning back for all entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now my ninjas, on the 3rd of June, we're having our first masterclass. Thanks to Vuvuzela for sponsoring the masterclass. The tickets are now 1,000 rands. I'm gonna have a banner here. You guys can go ahead, make payment to the account number, and then obviously send proof of payment to the WhatsApp numbers that are there. Now this situation is scaring the crap out of me right now, and in all honesty, Julius Malema is one of those people that I do not agree with when it comes to a lot of things. Not a lot. I do not agree with him when it comes to like the border control situation, but in most cases the things that Julius Malema says, they actually do happen, and this man does see things that sometimes even we do not see. And so Julius Malema right now made a statement, and I am just so scared because I'm like, crap, oh crap. I'm gonna go ahead and just place it here, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
Business as usual, as if we are not in a crisis. We are in a deep crisis. Cell phone networks will not work. Water, even if we have it, we won't receive it because it needs electricity. Nothing is going to function. We're heading for a disaster worse than what COVID was. No one will go to work. The dead will have to be buried the same day because there will not be fridges to keep them. No generator is meant to operate 24 hours. Generator is an intervention for a short while. Even those who have generators will not be saved from the mess we are going into. We warned you. We went to the streets because we knew this was coming. History will absolve us. We were called names, we were ridiculed, we were insulted. Police and the army were called on us for trying to protect us from where we are. They are just calling it stage 10 for nice word. The reality is that it's darkness. And it's not going to be darkness of 12 hours or 24 hours, it comes back. No. At times it's going to take 3 to 4 days. At times it will take a week. At times it will take a month without electricity. The whole leadership must go. We cannot fall back and do nothing. And you know what is the problem? Even ANC leaders and ANC veterans themselves are saying we've never been in a crisis we find ourselves in now. But they are so helpless. So, Brian must come back. Brian must come back.
Now, my ninjas, at this point, we can all just agree that the ANC is failing to run this country. Too much corruption, and we're at a verge. Literally, we are on the edge of a complete economic blackout. The things that are happening right now due to load shedding, they are just wild. Now, go ahead and just tell you guys some of the stuff that some of you guys maybe may not know. Number one, we're having a lot of houses start to burn down due to the the on and off of the load shedding. Most houses, their electric is not strong enough to can actually handle this, so people's houses are burning down. Now I know that some of you are gonna be like, okay, if your house is burning down, you can just go ahead and claim for insurance. Insurances are now starting to refuse to pay anything that is caused by load shedding, and that is the most scariest part, that even if you have got your house under insurance, due to the fact that it is load shedding that is causing this, you may actually lose your house and all the contents that are actually in your house, and that is crazy and absolutely scary. And the fact that other people's houses are burning down in the middle of the night, so we have people that are now dying in these houses, that are actually burning. This is stuff that I feel like, you know, mainstream media is not really highlighting, because we all know that there's an agenda that I feel like with mainstream media gets pushed. The second thing that I also have to tell you guys is that due to load shedding, obviously a lot of times the robots are not working. So when the robots are not working, due to again corruption, you can pass these robots and they're not working. You drive just, you know, a little bit and you're gonna find the metro cops there standing there because they want to judge, right? Stopping people and trying to get this to check, oh, your disc is expired, no enzi plan, you know, cold drink da askhulume sabantu abamnyama. But the robots literally just less than 3 kilometers are not working. What happens? Abonyaop, especially in four-ways, they enjoyed controlling traffic. This is one of those reasons why Nota has like fought and this and that, and I've seen it and I'm like, yeah, you know, he is fighting for something that I honestly do believe in. Why are you over here trying to get Jojo when you're not actually controlling traffic just right here, you know? Now if you are like at the the robots, and you get into an accident and it was Abonyaope that are busy, you know, directing, insurances are now refusing to pay. That is something that I actually saw from other people. So it would benefit you that if you are to make any claim, maybe you and whoever it is should go ahead and, you know, maybe tweak some information. I don't know, I'm kidding, don't do that. But if you ever mentioned that there was a Nyaope that was out there actually controlling, they have found a reason not to fix your car, which is obviously absolutely crazy. And this is all due to load shedding. Now if what Julius Malema is saying right now is something that's going to happen, we will have blackouts where like 4 days can go with no electricity, 2 months can go without electricity. We are literally screwed. We live in a country or in a world that is so technology driven that number one, we have inverters, but our inverters don't last that long. Most inverters can take up to 8 hours, you know, of blackouts before they recharge. So imagine if it is gonna go you know, for 2 months. Clearly, obviously, nobody's gonna have any source of energy. That's the first thing. Generators, they use petrol, so which means that if that happens, a lot of people will buy generators, and the generators will have to run, obviously, just to make sure that you can get maybe that electricity to charge your phone, to do this, to do that. How is that going to affect? It means more petrol is gonna be bought, which would mean that petrol prices would also have to rise, and there'd be a shortage of petrol, because now we're gonna be using petrol for cars, and we're also gonna have to use petrol for, like, you know, generators that are gonna have to run for a long time. So many incidents are going to happen, obviously, due to the fact that generators, as I said, they're not meant to operate for like 24 hours straight. You understand? That is just already I feel like they are overworking, you know, because obviously every single day we are having load shedding, and the stages keep on going up. He did talk about stage 10, which is absolutely scary, and that is total blackout, you know, total blackout. I do remember when Julius Malema, the EFF, decided that they were going to take it to the streets, and there were people that were literally mocking them when it came to the national shutdown. Ramaphosa even had resources to go out there and get soldiers and police to harass the EFF members. And I remember I said to you guys that, guys, this is not just a matter of the EFF issue. This is a matter of for all of us, you know. At this point, this country is being flushed down the toilet. If he's saying, hey, let's stand up, let's do something, trust and believe we all should. But guess what? People chose to say, we're gonna stay in our apartments, right? And we're gonna you know, look at them. And I saw some people actually mocking, showing pictures and saying national shutdown and whatever. And guess who are the people that are gonna get affected the most if obviously this actually happens, which I do see it happening? The people that are gonna be affected the most are us that stay in apartments, okay? Because you are not making firewood and cooking your food. How are you going to cook? Because at the end of the day, even like our McDonald's, fast food restaurants, they're not gonna be able to cater to everyone. And let's not lie, just because you stay in the apartments does not mean that you have got money. Most of the people have got families. Imagine having to feed maybe a family of 6 people with takeouts every day. You can't afford that, you know. So it's gonna affect us a lot more. Now if this happens, I'm going to Vendasham. At least we can still use firewood over there, we can still just cook. the pots down and everything, because I'm not about to starve. Wait, maybe I can lose weight. No, I'm not about to starve. Now, the other thing again that I also am gonna have to say when it comes to this situation is that we are fucked, my people. We're absolutely screwed. There will be no YouTube, which means that some of us will definitely be out of work, because even if you get that opportunity to go and upload the video, how many people will be watching? Because your laptops are gonna be down, your phones are gonna be down. People won't go to work, obviously, because if, let's say, a store like Pick n Pay or ShopRite, there's no electricity whatsoever, they won't be able to function. Every single thing is going to be on a standstill, and what is going to happen? It's going to definitely cause chaos, because trust and believe, they have said this, that in this country the poor keep on getting more and more poor, and the rich keep on getting richer because of corruption and whatnot. One day the poor will have nothing else to eat but the rich, you understand? So if people that are in the townships, and now there's no food, there's nothing, and I know it's not everyone, but those that are like the poor of the poorest, you will rather get rich or die trying, get food or die trying. If it means, I feel like it's gonna just be chaos that is actually going to happen. Trust and believe. And no matter in those fancy apartments that you guys stay in, you're not even going to be protected when it comes to that, because at this point, there was a day that I went to Mall of Africa and I met Owamie there, and that guy was high. I was so shocked. It was the first time for me to actually see Owamie in Mall of Africa, and how I saw him was that I was going down the escalators, and this guy wanted to go up, and he wanted to come, like literally it was almost like I was being met to my doom almost. He was there wanting to step on the escalators and walk up. I don't know if it was his first time seeing escalators and he didn't know how they function, or if it was a matter of he was just high, because he definitely just did not look okay. But I mean, Mall of Africa is in Midrand. We all know that, most of the times, like, there are no Owamie in Midrand, they cannot afford, but they're now making ways to even make it to Mall of Africa. So at this point, it means that more and more Owamie, they're gonna come out and they're gonna start flooding the malls. It's gonna just be crazy. I'm telling you, it's gonna absolutely be chaos. Prices of everything is going to go up. Of everything is going to go up, because now it's gonna take more. If petrol is gonna go higher, for those trucks to deliver and this and this, load shedding is about to just show us a very different South Africa, thanks to the ANC and its corrupt ways. The Minister of Electricity, this is what he had to say.
Better than anyone else, it is you who are going to tell me how you think we can resolve these challenges. I'm not coming here with answers. If you thought I'm standing here, I'm saying we're going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm not an electrical engineer. I'm not a mechanical engineer. I'm a civil engineer. We build structures. I don't know how this system works. But it's you who have studied these things. It's you who understand this.
So yeah, clearly you all have got some sort of believe in this nigga. No, I don't. This is the man that is there basically telling them that, listen, I don't know anything. I am not an electrical engineer. I'm not anything. I want you guys to tell me how we can fix this situation. Now the biggest question you would ask is, then why did they not just fucking get somebody that is an electric engineer that is going to know exactly what to do? I'm sorry to curse, but this is just so upsetting. The reason why this country is in shambles is because the ANC has put incompetent people in every single department. If you go there to all these departments, the only person that I feel is a minister that is doing that job, and I honestly wish that they could actually have her do double. She should do health, and she can also take over the police is actually the Minister of Health. Mom Poppy, she is perfect, and let me tell you why. She's a doctor, she's a medical doctor, and she's the Minister of Health, so she knows how to take care of sick people. She knows how to do everything when it comes to that. And then now they're gonna go to all these other departments. They're putting incompetent people that did not go to school. So many cases now they're even coming out that head of this and this was there with fake education. They never had those degrees, they never had this, they never had that. And so at this point, to actually say a whole minister of electricity actually say that he is not an so what are you doing there in that post? You know nothing about it, you know. So even if they give you advice that is wrong, you wouldn't know. So it means that we're just working backwards, you know. Julius Malema was also talking about this guy to say the money that the ANC is spending paying these guys, the money that could actually be put into better use. And I do have to say I fully agree with Julius Malema. Now at this point, guys, Kuyoshu Bashem, I won't even lie. And I'm just like, yeah, seems like Ugur is about to go to Venda and relax, because as I said, I'm not about to starve in this apartment. How are we going to cook? Runa, our stoves are even electric. No. Anyway, go ahead and comment down below what you guys think. From Owamie, I am scared. Okay, please stay safe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninja.